All right, everybody, I've got a different type of video here for you today. And it's kind of interesting. Where I live, I've lived where I'm at for the last almost 19 years. And it was a new area when I moved to my home. We had our house built, and we were promised all this stuff that was supposed to come in almost 20 years ago. Well, because the recession hit, nothing happened. Well, now they finally have built this area up, and I'm kind of stuck at home. I do everything in my studio. I do my voiceovers in here. I do my YouTube videos in here. And I also teach voiceovers from my home studio. And so I'm in this little area a lot. My wife and my kids, they all have jobs. They're gone during the day, and sometimes I have big gaps of time available to me where I'm stuck at home. And so what I decided to do, we talked about this. I now have a theater that's very close to my house, within 3 miles. And so everything I need to do is within 7 miles of my house. I wanted to be able to get to the gym without having to pay for a car. I wanted to be able to get to the movie theater without having to pay for a car. I wanted to get to the comic shop without having to pay for a car. Just basically, I needed to have a way to get out of the house, but I didn't want monthly payments on insurance. I didn't want to have to pay for especially the gas, and I didn't want to have to get another car and pay for a car. So I was over at my in-laws a couple months ago, and they had an e-bike, which I really didn't know that these existed. And I guess they've been around for like 4 or 5 years and have gotten way better over that time. And I actually rode one over there, and I was like, holy crap. This could allow me the freedom I need without any continued costs. So lo and behold, last week I did purchase an e-bike, and I'm going to show you the video I took of the unboxing, what I was told. So I'm going to show you this video. I actually take a trip to the movie theater. Now, I don't show any of the trip. I didn't have a way to take the video, but I'm going to show you what I went through to set it up. I'll leave a link in the description to the video that showed me how to set the bike up. I'm going to leave a link to the video or to the bike also in the description so that if you guys are interested in buying this bike as well, it'll help out my channel. You don't pay anything extra, but it also helps my channel out. And it's what you call an affiliate link. And at the end of the video, I'm going to kind of come back and I'm going to talk about what I like and what I don't like about the bike. So there are definitely some positive and negative things about having an e-bike, and we're going to talk about those things. But let's get into it. I'm going to show you when it arrived. It was supposed to come fully assembled, and you will see it was not. So I'm going to show you the videos I took. I'll show you, up through the trip to the movie theater. And then I'll give you my final thoughts, and I will be doing future videos on this Ancheer Gladiator e-bike. All right, here we go. All right, guys, so I got an electric bike from Amazon. I'm going to be doing a review on it. It's I don't know how you say the company name, but I believe it's Ancheer. And according to Amazon's website, this was supposed to come fully assembled. I don't think that's going to be the case. So I'm going to open the box. I will have to put the camera down, but I'm going to open the box and we're going to see what's inside here. All right, so I have the box open now, and this is clearly not assembled. Which is okay because I do have some new tires. I'm putting in some more puncture-proof tires into this. But that feels like probably the battery. That's a pretty heavy box. Let's see here. I've got another heavy box. Yeah, the other one is definitely the battery. This box is also a little damaged. But this is definitely the battery. You can see it's a little damaged there. That could be a little concerning. We'll take a look at that once I get it out. But this bike is all jammed together. Oh yeah. So this thing is all one piece. So I'm going to pull this out of the box. We're going to see what we've got. All right, so here's what it looks like out of the box. So there is going to be some assembly. Looks like the back tire is already on. But I am going to want to take the back tire off, which I hope is not too difficult because I do want to put a new inner tube in there. But at least the front tire. So I'm definitely going to change that stuff first, but I'm going to get everything laid out and cut. And I'm not going to do an assembly video. I'm probably going to watch some myself on YouTube. And if I find one that's really good, I will post it in my video. If you guys decide to buy this bike, because I'm going to leave a link to it in my description so that if you guys are interested, it's an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you any more to purchase it, and it does help out my channel. But I'm going to take this thing and we're going to see what we've got here. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got here so far. I decided to open up the two boxes. Sure enough, the battery was in one. This is the battery here. And I believe I read somewhere that this battery has been recalled. But I'm going to find out. I'm going to do some research on it. Here's the battery. This thing's pretty heavy duty. There was some stuff I had to take off of here. It came with some keys to lock it. Here's the manual to put it together. Came with all the tools I need to put the bike together. Some Allen wrenches and some regular wrenches here. And we've got a flathead and a Phillips head screwdriver. We've got the pedals. We've got the kickstand. We've got a light here that's supposedly pretty powerful. Actually plugs in and connects to the battery. We've got two independent reflectors, and we've got some kind of quick release. I think this is for the front tire, if I'm not mistaken. I'll find out shortly. So those are the components that we have, and I have not opened up this box yet. So let's see what's inside this box. All right, so this is the charger. So what I'm going to do while I'm building the bike is I'm going to go put it on the charger to make sure that this thing is charged when I go to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and charge that, but I still have to take off all this stuff on the bike next. All right, guys. So I got the bike put together. It wasn't too bad. I ended up putting in pretty much puncture-proof, those slime tires on the front and the back. Got it all put together. They have an instruction video. I'll leave a link to it in my video description that Ancheer put out that actually goes step by step on how to put it together. It's about a 5-minute video. Paused it a lot, did each step individually, got it all put together. The battery almost came fully charged. So I'm gonna go give this thing a shot, and I've got it set. We'll talk a little bit about the gears. I've got it set on 0, meaning I can either pedal myself or I can use the throttle. I want to be in full control, so we're going to go see how this works. All right, guys, so here I am at the theater, and it does look like the lock will easily lock to the pole here. But like I said, from the frame to the front tire, yeah, I'm going to need a longer U-bolt. But I'm going to lock this up, and then I'm going to head out. It took me about 18 minutes to get here with sidewalks the whole way. There are shorter routes, but I don't know if they're 100% safe. And so I will be testing out different things. But there was one light down here at the end of this huge complex that took forever to cross. But yep. All right, so far this bike did an amazing job. It got me here super fast and super convenient. All right, as anticipated, I was able to get the lock on there just fine. I wish I could back up the lock tire or the back tire with it, but I can't. I am gonna get... All right, so let's talk about what I didn't like about the bike. First of all, you can see here on the digital display that when you actually turn it on, the very first setting that comes up is pedal assist 1. You can go up to pedal assist 2, 3, 4, and 5. But I like it on pedal assist 0 because what happens on 0 is you have use of the throttle. The throttle can go from 0 to 20 miles an hour in all of about 3 to 4 seconds. So it's pretty fast. And that's where I leave it. I've tried the pedal assist, and with the pedal assist, you don't have any use of the throttle at all, which I don't like. Because there would be times where I would like to use the pedal assist, and what happens is when you engage the pedals, it helps the motor go. So it saves a lot on the electricity, you know, the use of the battery on the bike. And at the highest, at stage 5, you barely have to pedal, and this thing will go super fast. But you don't always, you want to have more control than that. I've noticed that with the throttle, I like it at 0, so I have use of the throttle if I need it. So when I'm coming off of a sidewalk and there are some quick turns and stuff, you don't want that throttle all the way at 20 miles an hour. But if you're using pedal assist, it's going to go, it's going to move. So I like to have more control where I'm pedaling in those areas that are tight where I don't want a whole ton of speed, and then I can put the throttle back on. If the pedal assist had the throttle use, I could set it on pedal assist 2 or 3, which would be perfect for most of the riding, but you don't have any use of the throttle at all. There are times where I don't want to have to pedal and I just want to use the throttle, especially on a straightaway where I'm going from mile to mile. So that's my only complaint, is that you don't have use of the throttle in one of the pedal assist modes. Also, the seat on the bike is very thin. It's not the most comfortable seat. And I'll tell you, I'm 5'8". On this bike, everything's too high. What's crazy is if I put the seat all the way down, then when I go to pedal, it feels like my knees are up super high. And so I have to have the seat up to have the normal amount of extension on my legs, but then the bike is really tall to get on to begin with. And so I don't like the whole placement, the way I think the seat should have been, the frame should have been a little lower for, you know, people my size. But if you're taller, you're not going to have that much of an issue. Now let's talk about what I really liked. The light on it is super powerful. I like the light during the, at night. It's got a nice horn on it, but they also have a mechanical horn that you can press, which I'm just going to take off entirely because honestly, my voice can be a lot louder than the horn can, than the bell that they have on there. I don't see the point of having a mechanical bell and also an electronic bell. Like I said, my voice in those, if the battery ever dies and I have to pedal, then I'm just going to use my voice if I need to warn somebody of something, not the little dinger that they have on there. So that's going to be coming off. That just takes up more space on the thing. I have outfitted my bike now with a phone thing to hold my phone, which can be placed in all kinds of different positions. I may talk about that particular, I'll probably do a review on that phone, the phone holder as well, because I like it compared to some of the other things that I've seen out there. I'm also putting a rack on the back so I can have a basket. So if I'm going to the movie theater, I can put my big popcorn bin that, for the rewards and my cup in there without having to carry it in a backpack or something. So I'm doing stuff to the bike to make sure that it is usable for me out and about. Here's what I love about the bike. The speed, the use of the throttle. I can get 2.5 miles from my house in a matter of 5 or 6 minutes. I'm where I need to be. Now, I do take a long way to get to the theater just because I want sidewalks the whole way. There's an area with cars going down the side of the road by my house where there's no bike lane, and I definitely don't want to be in the dirt area. It's only one lane of traffic both ways, and I'm not real comfortable with that. So I do like the sidewalk, so I have to go the long way. So it takes me a little longer, and there's one light going into the complex where the movie theater is that you might sit there for 5 minutes before it changes. So it makes the ride a little longer. If I could go the other way, I'd be there in about 5 to 8 minutes. The other way, it takes about 15 minutes to get there. I was surprised to go to the comic shop. It only took me 18 minutes, which is awesome. I had sidewalk the whole way. I do have to deal with a few lights on the way there, which again, you're still having to deal with it. But honestly, taking a car, it's not gonna save much time taking a car, and I'm not using any gas, and I don't need insurance. Now, what's really cool about the bike is I called my insurance company yesterday, and I'm able to get fully insured for only like $5 a month. No deductible. So if anything happens to the bike, I'm going to be locking it up. But if I come out and it's damaged or it's stolen, my insurance company will cover the whole entire cost of the bike. So my investment is secure. I like that. So there's my review on the Ancheer Gladiator bike. I think it's totally worth the price on Amazon. It is $120 to ship it, but you have a little bit of stuff you'll have to do to put it together. One other thing I also did with the bike before I put it together is I put some slime tires in there so that it is less likely to get punctured. But the tires that come with it are pretty decent. They've got some pretty thick tread on there, but I can foresee a time where the tires will get worn out, especially with usage. Now, I've ridden this thing, I think on the display it said about 34 miles or so far since I've gotten it, but I'm looking forward to using it a whole lot more. So out of 5 stars, I give this bike 4 out of 5 stars. If the seat position was better, if they had a more comfortable seat, and if the you're able to use the throttle in the pedal assist functions, I would have given it 5 stars. But those few things knock it down just a little bit for me. But I do give this a 4 out of 5 stars. It is totally worth purchasing for the price out of all of the different bikes out there. I think for the price to, there are bikes that are over $1,200, $1,500, $1,800. This bike was only $500. So for the price and what you get, totally worth it. I will be doing periodic videos on the bike for the different accessories and also, what my experience with it as I use it more, and I will be following up with those. All right, I do appreciate the support. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will be notified as I have new videos go up.